Hey, good evening. It's evening, right? Oh my Lanta, I am a hot mess. Good evening. I was hoping to have our special guest with us tonight again. However, he snuck out of the house before I could grab him to do live with me. But anyway, I wanted to talk more about our adventures into this whole 21 day, oh my gosh, I'm a mess, reset. You all know what I'm talking about, mamas. Some days are just a big hot mess. I was up super late with my 16-year-old helping him with his homework and home with my sick 11-year-old today. So he might be interrupting us. But anyway, I didn't really go into a whole lot about why we decided to do the reset yesterday. So I'm going to go in a little bit more about why we decided to do the reset and a little bit about our experience over the last 3 weeks. So if you're on, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me okay. So we did the reset because honestly, I was feeling super sluggish. My metabolism had kind of tanked. I was just getting kind of tired and my workouts didn't seem like they were going anywhere. And so I did a lot of research on this detox and reset that we did. And it's not a juice cleanse that I keep hearing about and where all you do is drink juice for 3 days or whatever. There's real science behind it, and I will post more about the science in my blog. It's an alternative, all-natural alternative to the harsh cleanses and the starvation diets that, the juice cleanses that people do for 10 days. I don't think I could drink juice for 10 days, but you eat real food, clean food, organic food for 21 days. You gradually wean yourself off of meat and dairy on the first week. The second week, you wean yourself off of grains and carbs, which I had turned into a carb junkie. Oh my gosh, I was out of control. And my husband is, wow, he has to have a carb with every meal. It's amazing how many carbs he eats. So we did it, and like he said yesterday, he did the cleanse because I kind of forced him to. But honestly, he did it because I was really afraid for his health. Really afraid for his health. His mom passed away from diabetes and all those complications at the age of 62. She was way too young for the kind of life she was living the last 2 or 3 years of her life. Both of his grandfathers passed away in their late 40s of heart attacks and strokes, and his aunt just had a mini stroke, which is a precursor to a stroke, which is, of course, due to blocked arteries and stuff. And that just happened a couple weeks ago, or like a month ago. I guess it was like 2 weeks. It happened 2 weeks before we started, because that's when I ordered it and said, we're doing it no matter what, I don't care. Because it got me thinking, I'm going to be 48 in less than a month. He's 44. He's approaching that age where his grandfathers had their strokes and heart attacks and passed away. And we have 2 kids. We have a 16-year-old and an 11-year-old. And so I was just really started thinking about his health. He's got a really bad back. He's had 3 back surgeries since in like 6 years. He's had 3 back surgeries in 6 years. So he's got a lot of inflammation in his body. And I knew that if he just did this, and he drinks a lot of diet soda, and I shouldn't even buy it, but then he would just buy it. So but anyway, I knew that if he did this reset with me, if I approached it that I needed his help and his support in this, and if you just please do it with me, that maybe it would turn a switch on in his brain about his own health, because he's in a high-stress job. He doesn't take good care of himself. He only walks on the treadmill. He says he can't do a lot because of his back, which, yes, that is true, but there are things that he could do. So I just thought if we did this together as a team, it would, number one, bring us closer together, because we have the only journey we really haven't gone on together is a health and fitness journey. I mean, we've had a lot of adventures in our 22 years of knowing each other and almost 18 years of married life. So I just thought if we did this together, he would more understand why I love what I do being a health and fitness coach and a nutrition coach. And also it would maybe turn the switch off in his head about his own health, and he would decide that he wanted to take care of himself more, because truthfully, you know, sometimes the people closest to you, you don't really listen to. So that's why we decided to go on this journey, because quite frankly, I was really, and I guess I'm kind of glad he's not here, because I don't know if he would want to hear this or want me to tell you this, but I was really, honest and truly, really scared for his health. And I still am. However, I'm super proud of all the changes in the mindset change that has gone into him over the last month. We'll get into that tomorrow, but so that is why we did the 21-day fix. And so like I said, the first week you eat eggs, a lot of eggs. So I guess you have to kind of like eggs, but there's alternatives. For breakfast almost daily, and oatmeal. You have fish or chicken at night for the first 3 days, and then you kind of gradually wean yourself off of that. You do have to eat, or not eat. Well, you do have to eat. You have to drink a lot of water, which is sorry, I need to move this. It's not right. But drinking water is essential to your metabolism. It's essential to flushing the waste out of your system. You should technically be drinking half of your body weight. I try to drink 10 ounces. Yeah, that would get me half my body weight. I try to drink 10 8-ounce glasses of water every day. The last 2 days, I've really fallen off on that, and I need to get back up because I can already feel myself getting sluggish again. So the first week, the food was really good. We were both really excited about it. My husband actually said and he does not drink water. So now he's starting to drink water, which is huge. We both agreed the first week was a little tough. We were trying to figure out the schedule of when you take the supplements and what you eat when and stuff. And I needed to get my food prep skills honed because I needed to pack his lunch and I needed to have food ready so he could walk out the door. And that first week, all the food was delicious. There was this zucchini cashew soup. It's really, really good, and that's going to be going into our rotation. We were both sort of hungry the first week, I have to say. But, you know, like I said, you have to drink a lot of water. And also what this reset does is makes you slow down your eating, because as moms, we shovel the food in our mouths because we got to get the kids their food 3 seconds in bed. So we eat fast. So this teaches you also how to be mindful in your eating. You sit down, you chew your food, you think about it, you think about how you're feeling. You're thinking about just being mindful in a good place while you're eating, not thinking about 20 million things that you still have to do while you're eating, because, right, that's what we do as moms, right? The second week, and the first week, we were both a little sluggish, but I do have to say, for the first time in 22 years, I slept. Hey, thanks for the love and the thumbs up. Hi, Nancy. I have to say that for the first time in forever, that first week, I slept like a rock, and I did not have one hot flash, but I will get into all that. The second week, energy levels were going up a little bit. However, I was getting pissed off at my husband because he was telling me about the weight he was losing, and I was like, ugh. You know, men lose weight faster, so I was just like, I hate you. I hate you. The second week, not only are you start a detox drink, and not only are you detoxing your insides, you know what I'm talking about, but it's also, I was extremely emotional that second week. Like, emotions were flying, and one of the things about this detox is not only does it detox your insides, detoxes you up here and you release emotions that you didn't even know you had. So I was an emotional wreck the second week, and a little angry at the hubster for already losing like 8 pounds the first week. Men and their fast weight loss. But overall, we found out we liked quinoa. I found out that I still don't like beans. I had to really struggled with those meals that had beans because I don't like beans, but I did learn that I liked lentils, I guess because they're little beans. So lentils are good. We're going to add some lentils into our meals. We're going to add quinoa a lot instead of rice. We found sort of a balance in how we were eating, and neither one of us were super hungry. My husband he sent me an email and he said, overall, I feel rather good and really proud, but I don't like the squash soup. Yuck. Yeah, that roasted red pepper squash soup was not, we both threw that out and then we just ate a salad. That was not good. Starting the third week, I really wanted to strangle him because he was like, I'm down 10 pounds. And at the start of the third week, we were feeling good. And we're like, yes, we were counting down the days and we were feeling fantastic. And then it got really old and we were like counting down the hours till it was over. The third week, it's pretty much fruits and vegetables and that is it. We weren't hungry, but we were ready to be done with it for sure. And thank goodness that we had each other, because otherwise we probably both would have quit. But we didn't. So, hey, but we did both. We were both like, by Wednesday of the third week, we were like, I want a cheeseburger. But, we did it and we feel super proud about the accomplishment. It was not that difficult. The hardest part for me is you're not really supposed to work out during these 21 days because you're giving your body a chance to rest so it can detox everything. So that was the hardest part for me because exercise is my stress relief. And I think it would have really helped me release even more emotions that I had during this 21 days. But because the third week I got pretty angry the third week. But we did it, and we did it together, and we grew more together as a couple because we did this 21 days together. And so it brought us closer together. Actually, the day after our last day, we went on a date. We hadn't been on a date in a long time, and we had a really good time. He took me to see Beauty and the Beast. So, we came together as a couple closer. I think because we went through this experience together. So that's a very long-winded, this is my longest live I've ever done. Sorry about that. But, so that's our experience with the 21 days that we did. And, I went into even more detail at the beginning of this live about why we actually did it. My husband just went and had his blood work done, and he's having a follow-up doctor's appointment because another reason why we did the reset, and I really sort of forced him to do it with me, is because he went to the doctor, his blood pressure was super high, and so he's had to track his blood pressure and get blood work and stuff. So that was another little scary thing. But he just got his blood work done, and we're waiting to see the results of that. I feel really good about it. I feel good about him and his new mindset shift. So stay tuned tomorrow for that information about how it's changed our outlook, how it's switched him into wanting to follow a more healthy lifestyle. So anyway, that is our experience with the 21 days, and stay tuned tomorrow for more information about our results in our minds, bodies, and spirits. So thanks for taking the time to watch. Have a fantastic evening, and have a fantastic evening, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.